Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 5 Minute Bitcoin, where we onboard the masses 5 minutes at a time so you don't have to. I hope you all had a great weekend. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Now let's dive in. We're going to talk today about are spot Bitcoin ETFs better than futures ETFs? Here we go. Right from the Cointelegraph.com website, this is their explanation, and I'm going to pick it apart, but we're going to run through it just quickly, and I find that it actually it applies very well. So here we go. Bitcoin spot ETFs and Bitcoin futures ETFs both have their pros and cons. While spot Bitcoin ETFs are certainly more legitimate than Bitcoin futures ETFs, as they involve actually buying Bitcoin, it's hard to say which is better. It's actually not hard to say which is better. Futures ETFs are gambling, just straight up gambling, and in my opinion, should be illegal. That's how I feel. It leaves the market open for manipulation, and the people that end up getting hurt are the numbskull weekend warrior investors. And that's why we're running this channel, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can educate ourselves, so that we don't fall into the category of degenerate gambler or become a victim of one of these investment instruments that are basically a scam and allow you to risk your wealth and gamble. That's what in my opinion, a futures ETF is. So let's move on. After all, a Bitcoin futures ETF might not involve buying in at Bitcoin spot price, but it streamlines the buying process and allows investors to bet on the market, whether they choose to short or otherwise. Gambling. Degenerate gambling. Okay, so people are going to do it. All right, let's move on. In that same vein, some Bitcoin futures ETFs struggle to accurately track Bitcoin's price, and many charge annual fees. BITO, B-I-T-O, on the other hand, has accurately tracked the price of Bitcoin futures since its inception. Now, this part where they say some Bitcoin futures ETFs struggle to accurately track Bitcoin's price. Okay, that's a nice way to put it. And that's a very naive way to put it, because I suspect, and if you're into this game, as long as I've been in, those Bitcoin prices are being manipulated on some of those ETFs. Okay, it's not that they're struggling to accurately track the Bitcoin price. It's because they are manipulating it to screw you. Essentially. Hello, let's move on. Conversely, a Bitcoin spot ETF, according to many Bitcoin enthusiasts, will bring legitimacy to the asset as it's allowing users to invest in Bitcoin without actually holding it. And doing so at Bitcoin's actual price point. Guys, look. Okay, we're going through this series and we're explaining what these ETFs are, the difference between the spot ETFs and the futures ETFs. Once they're approved, yes, it's going to add, once the spot ETFs are approved, yes, that is going to add legitimacy. That's going to make a lot of people wake up to this asset class. And it's going to allow a lot more adoption, and it's going to allow for a lot more people to be exposed to this instrument. However, I am going to tell you one more time, self-custody is king. Watch the channel. We'll go over how to do self-custody on a hardware wallet. If you're a lazy gambler and you want to do the ETF, or you just do not trust yourself with self-custodying your wealth, then you may want to consider one of the bigger companies, Fidelity or BlackRock. But some of the smaller fly-by-night ones that are coming, and they will come, and they will. Some of them are going to fail, and there's going to be a lot of victims involved. And so to avoid all of that, self-custody. So tomorrow we're going to continue the series into the world of Bitcoin ETFs, and we're going to talk about how many Bitcoin ETFs are there. Well, right now there's a handful of futures ETFs, but I believe at the current count we have filed with the SEC 8 or 9, and I'm sure by the time it's all done with, there's going to be a couple of dozen reputable ones anyway, and then there may be some other ones that the SEC feels or deems worthy, but some of those are going to fail. That's the way it is. So we'll talk about tomorrow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me and going down the rabbit hole. Please consider clicking the thumbs up button, ticking the little subscribe tab for help me grow the channel, and tick that little bell for future updates. Over in the far corner, you see my Lightning Network QR code. I would appreciate anything. 1 sat if you can do that. If you're just send me a few sats, zap me some sats, please. Let's grow the channel together. I need all your support. I'm going to remind you today again to dollar cost average, hodl, and self-custody your Bitcoin. God bless you.